smoke the books.
The lock talk.
YouTube family, what is up? It's your boy Jason. Let's talk about these 4 MLB player props that I'm absolutely loving today. We've been absolutely crushing the MLB. Yesterday we had a winning day, 2-in-1 day in premium. The only play I did lose was my free play on Instagram. So if you guys did want to get some additional free looks when I do drop them, make sure you shoot me a follow over there. But overall, I went 2-2 on the day, 0-1 in NBA. That brings my NBA playoff record to 4-1. Come on, Cat. How you get 10 points in the first half and get absolutely nothing in the second half? He didn't look aggressive at all. I wasn't even trying to score. So it kind of is what it is, man. I hope the Knicks do come back, but we're making plays and picks on these games and player props, so it doesn't really matter to me. I'm trying to make you guys get paid on these picks, and I got 4 MLB player props for today. So if you've been liking the type of content I've been dropping and anything like that, man, please hit that subscribe button, leave a comment, put the number 8 to let me know you're listening to this video, and let's get straight into it, man. I'm gonna be talking a big plus money one. We're gonna take my man Edward Cabrera. He's the starting pitcher for the Marlins. Over 2.5 walks. That's what BB stands for, pitcher walks. So it's not a huge hit rate yet. Obviously, the 2025 season's just started. He's only had 2 starts, so yeah, technically it's 100% hit rate, but I'm not doing it because of that. He just has a very, very tough matchup against the Cincinnati Reds, who've actually been walking at one of the highest rates in the MLB. They force a huge pitch count. They'll be very patient at the plate, and they've forced walks over the last 2 weeks at an 11.5% hit rate. Not only that, the other team he did have this problem was against the Arizona Diamondbacks, who are also notoriously good at, being patient at the plate, forcing walks, and they're in the same breath as Cincinnati Reds. They've been hitting at a 12.5% rate. So he did this to the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Marlins, and I also think that the matchup, yesterday, obviously, the Reds did not do that well. And maybe, yes, they can definitely hit him up. But I do think he's going to be trying to avoid those bats. He's going to try to get whiffs. But he has not had good control over this last few starts. And it's been relevant and prevalent in his last few starts. This is the reason why also he does not go too deep into games. He's only had one game where he went almost through all 6 innings against Arizona. He got shelled. He didn't even get past, 4 innings. So I think he could face something similar here. I think he's going to walk at least 3 guys. Obviously, I know people don't like these type of plays. Walks are not easy, but we are getting compensated. And I think he has another tough matchup. And even if he does get hit up, he does stay around at least 4 to 5 innings, which gives us a lot of chances. So for our first play at a plus money price, the biggest plus seems to be on Caesars. DraftKings is right behind at plus 135. I would not play this on Underdog or PrizePicks because you're not really being compensated correctly. This is definitely a single bet type of play. Edward Cabrera over 2.5 walks. If you did want to do 1.5 walks, which I think you could add in a slip like a PrizePicks, you're getting compensated a little bit better because, for a 2-legger, it's basically implying a minus 130 or 135. That makes a little bit more sense. You want to do that. Obviously, don't do it as a single leg for minus 220. I wouldn't do that. I would just only attack the plus money. So for our first play on the board, we're taking my man Edward Cabrera over 2.5 walks. And just to hone in on the point, look, these stats are not really updated, to be honest. Over the last 2 weeks, Cincinnati Reds have been one of the most walked teams. And I think a lot of it is because of the danger that they impose. So we'll see him do it again here, man. That's our first play on the board. All right, the next one I'm going to take, let's see, where is it? I'm going to take my man Jose Quintana under 5.5 hits allowed. So the reason why I like this play, again, he's had 100% hit rate over this season, but again, it's only been 2 starts, so don't look at that primarily. That's why I can't do these high hit rates yet, because these pitchers have not had that many starts as of yet, right? We've only been in the beginning of the season so far. He's going against the San Francisco Giants, who have not been hitting that well against left-handed pitching. If anything, the left-handed pitching has been their major weakness so far over the last week and so far this season. If I take a look at the long term, so WRC plus under 100 at 85 right now, 25% K rate. They have not been hitting well against left-handed pitching. And Jose Quintana is not a good pitcher, man. I mean, I don't think he's amazing, but he's definitely stepped it up this year and has done fairly well against pretty tough competition. The Tigers, he only gave up 4 hits. The Arizona Diamondbacks, yes, there's no Ketel Marte, but they still a pretty dangerous lineup. And like I said in the last pick, Diamondbacks very patient at the plate. They can get hits on you. He only gave up 4 hits in that as well. And also, he doesn't really go. I mean, he kind of can go super deep into games. Luckily, in the last 2 games, he's done very well. So that's the reason why he went deep. But right now, his line's at 15.5. So they don't actually think he's going to go super deep. Additionally, I will also say this. The hitting environment typically in San Francisco, right? It's very conducive for pitchers. A pitcher-friendly ballpark. The swirl up in the air, a lot of the balls just get pushed in, even if they get some carry. So even if he gives up some contact, there's definitely a big possibility that if there's a pop out, they catch it, and even if the ball gets hit, soft contact will be induced, and he won't get a recorded hit. So I like the environment. I like the matchup, and he's been pitching well so far, man. So let's get my man Jose Quintana, not outs, but under. Where is it? Under 5.5 hits. The best line looks to be again at Caesars -137. He hasn't gotten there yet, and I think he's going to continue to do that against a Giants team who has not hit well against left-handed pitching, and just has not hit well, and where the hitting environment is also much better for him. So, I mean, the pitching environment. The pitching environment is much better for him. And all right, guys, I said 4 hit plays, but I did also because there is another way you can also look at him. I also think it's another good one as well. I did mention that the San Francisco Giants have not been hitting that well, but they've also been striking out at a decent rate against left-handed pitching. I also would look at his strikeouts. Not saying to bet them both at the same time. I think you could do either way. I would lean with the hits, but obviously you guys could do what you want. I also considered looking at his strikeouts as well. Over 3.5 strikeouts, it's very low. He's not the highest K-rated pitcher right now. I mean, but if you take a look, 26% K rate. Even over the last 2 weeks, this has continued at a 26% K rate. And he's done, pretty good in my opinion. I mean, he got 4 strikeouts against the Milwaukee Brewers. Against the Tigers. He's on the Brewers. And then he got only 2 against the Diamondbacks. I'm not doing this because of his recent hit rate. I actually think he can get strikeouts, which actually would help his hit rate, his hits allowed. But something to consider if you don't want to do the hits allowed. I do think he can get 4 strikeouts, but I like the hits better. And all right, guys, I did say 4 picks, but I only have 3. I totally forgot I took one of them out because it was a hitting prop, but hitting props are a little bit harder to hit. And I've been liking the pitching props to target so far in this season. So if you guys do want to, you guys been waiting with me this long and watching this entire video, man, please hit that subscribe button. Leave a number 8 in the comments. Let me know you guys watched this far, and let me know what you guys are rolling with. Let's talk about the last play on the board that I do like for today. And this one's going to be a risky one, but I do like it. We're going to take my man Jack Flaherty under 17.5 outs at plus money on Caesars again. I guess it looks like Caesars giving out a lot more better lines today, but the reason why I like this play is, look, I think Jack Flaherty is actually a very good pitcher. He just has, a tougher matchup. He is not at the same breath as who we faded yesterday, Montero. He is definitely a very good pitcher, but his hit rate over the 2025 season hasn't gone through 6 yet. He did face the Dodgers. Surprisingly, didn't do well against the White Sox. Yankees, very tough. Milwaukee, a tough team as well. But now he's going against the Padres, who have historically been a very tough team to pitch against. I mean, against right-handed pitching, they're one of the most disciplined teams, one of the highest WOBAs, highest WRC pluses. They don't strike out very much. So if I take a look over the last 2 weeks, right, I take a look at the WRC plus, even just the strikeout rates, right? The San Diego Padres, I'm trying to look at them right now. Let's see where they at. I'm looking at my list. Let's see the Padres. Damn, here. Number 10 so far, 9% walk rate, 18% K rate or strikeout rate, and almost 120 WRC plus. So this is a very tough matchup for him, in my opinion. I mean, all the other guys we mentioned, right? The Milwaukee Brewers, they have been doing, fairly well against right-handed pitching, but not as well as the Padres, man. The Padres, even last year, right? They were a very tough team to strike out, and they raise the pitch count. And the main thing is, the main concern why people don't want to bet his under is that he pitches a lot. He can get to 90 pitches. But the Padres, they do get contact. They're aggressive, and they'll be patient on the plate as well. I mean, they'll force walks. So I think his pitch out will rise. He's probably facing one of his tougher opponents right now in the Padres, and even without Luis Arraez, he still has to face a tough gauntlet in Tatis. Even though Machado might be a little banged up, Gurriel, Bogarts, Maldonado, guys, these guys are all tough players to play against. Jose Iglesias. So again, I think Flaherty's a great pitcher, but I think at plus money, I think we're getting a good shot against Jack Flaherty today. So give me my man Jack Flaherty under 17.5 outs. I would also like to mention the one thing too is the weather, the hitting environment in Detroit is actually not that great. It wasn't that great the other day either, but it didn't stop a lot of hits and a lot of runs to be had. And look, the Padres, even though they lost last night, I think they really just lost because of the pitching, man. I mean, I do not think Randy Vasquez is a good starting pitcher. If anything, he should come out the bullpen. So with a better pitcher today in Pivetta, I think they're going to be more competitive, and they're going to be more motivated to get hits and give some promise to Jack Flaherty, who has had some recent rough outings, man. He's given up two or a few more, like a bunch of runs in all his outings. That's the reason why he hasn't gotten past or through 6. And I think that happens again against probably his toughest outing, man, in the Padres, man. So for our last and final pick, Jack Flaherty under 17.5 outs. And guys, I hope to see you in the next one, man. Good luck today, and let's go smoke the books. Adios.